the Cincinnati Reds. And here's Shin-Soo Choo to lead it off for Cincinnati. Leadoff underway. 1-0. Choo with 21 home runs and 54 runs batted in on the leadoff spot. Only Coco Crisp has more home runs on the leadoff spot in the majors this year. Liriano delivers the 1-1. Healthy cut by Choo. And it's 1-2.
There's that invisible slider that Dustin was talking about. That didn't go down in the dirt. That just disappeared under the bat. About 89 miles an hour.
Just the kind of start they were hoping for here in Pittsburgh.
Well, he went right back to it. Russell Martin called it for Liriano and hits the bottom of the strike zone, like you said, Cal, underneath the bat of Choo.
Well, here's Ryan Ludwig. Pretty darn impressive. 2 strikeouts and 7 groundouts.
That hit by Choo that we showed last time the Reds won a ball game. Lost 5 straight coming down the stretch, 3 to these Pittsburgh Pirates.
So the second time around is when the hitters start making adjustments here. I think the left-handers have to start diving out and try to take that slider away. Don't try to pull it. Hit that same ball to left center field.
Surprise, surprise. Shin-Soo Choo hit by a pitch. He got hit 26 times in the regular season, most in baseball. He had 81 in his career. And he took that one like on the elbow. Yeah.
Well, ironically, we talked about that's the 29th time between these two teams that someone's been hit. Francisco Liriano did not hit anyone in the regular season.
When we move to the top half of the 6th, and here's the Reds' leadoff hitter, Shin-Soo Choo. He was hit by pitches 26 times in the regular season, got plunked in the 4th, and has scored the only Cincinnati run. And that sounds like a lot, 26 times. When you think back in the day of Ron Hunt, getting hit 50 times in one season. All in 2 strikes.
It never made any sense to me to stay there and get hit with the balls.
You're just a common sense guy, Cal.
I know you get on base, and then sometimes you can take one for the team.
Capper toward first. Liriano hits the play for the first out. I thought that was going to be reminiscent of the play that David Price made last night in Tampa Bay's win at Texas.
Well, that's that in-between play that you practice in spring training. And really, the only way it can be made is the pitcher's got to get to the baseball. If he doesn't, Morneau gets it, and there's no transfer. He's not going to get there in time with the speed of Choo.
Yeah, it's a great discipline by the first baseman to recognize he's the only one that can.
You're lucky you can catch Cal Ripken's throw. I'm watching Billy on a nightly basis on MLB Network. Do a great job over there.
Billy's always,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, Billy's always the outgoing one. And funny, but people are starting to really understand how much he knows about baseball.
Choo has scored the only Cincinnati run. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. And then scored on a 2-out single by Jay Bruce. Dusty Baker's guys have had trouble with runners in scoring position. Here in the 8th, nobody on for Choo.
nasty fastball.
Such an effective pitch against left-handers if you're left-handed and you can crowd them with that fastball.
Going back in there again.
One more time.
This kid get a piece. Stays 2-2.
That's the art of pitch calling, you know, to understand what's happening each pitch. What's the reaction to the hitter? He's not getting the bat hit back to the ball. He's got a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that sinks a little in. Russell Martin has gone back in 3 times with that fastball. Now he's changed into a breaking ball.
Did pretty well to right. Back toward that wall and into the first row. And that's going to be a home run. They threw it in, but that ball reached the first row. They didn't reach over. And that's a solo shot for Choo.
Interesting that Choo, as he goes to the dugout, Marlon Byrd coming over to talk to the right field umpire. See the fan. It's one of the things here at this ballpark. Fans can reach over. It's whether he was in play or not. One guy who wasn't catching it is waving it off, saying it wasn't going to be a home run.
It's a very difficult angle from the ones we've seen.
And what you have out there in right field, and it's no accident that it's a 21-foot right field wall in honor of Roberto Clemente, he's number 21. But it's easy access if you're in the first row there. And now the crew's going to talk about it.
And this guy will be ostracized immediately. And as it is in today's game, they'll go and take a look at it. That's one of those that if it was called a double or a home run, both would be hard to change. It's been called a home run in the field. It's going to be awfully hard for them to change that.
And they'll look at every angle they can of this.
It's as close as close can be.
Originally, I thought it was a home run. I didn't think he really reached over, but now you're trying to see if...
Well, he's definitely reached over, but is that ball on a trajectory to cover that 21-foot high fence? That's the $64,000 question.
I mean, here's a guy who said, the last thing I really wanted tonight was to be on TV in the 8th inning with just a shot of me and my reaction to a ball hit by Shin-Soo Choo, which may have made the score 6-2. Umpires will confer.
This is our last year for this until it changes. Home run calls, fair foul, over the fence, fan interference, and clear and convincing evidence to overturn the call. I don't know if you got that from the shots we've
right
seen.
here to look at the umpire's positioning. One down the right field line. I think part of his job, in my opinion, and this just might be mine, is to be down there to see that sort of play. Not worry about calling the home run down the line. I'd like to see them further down. Plus, also, because no one's on base, there was an umpire in shallow center field that I think ultimately made that call. That changes when people get on base.
And I think you can hear from the collective groan from 40,000 here that upon further review, that is a home run for Choo. And the game is 6-2.
Well, clear and convincing evidence. By that trajectory, you can't tell whether it's going to hit the top of the fence or not. And it's really the home run in the field, and it stands.
So able to use